Yellow helps you when you get trouble digesting food. On the other hand, cool colors such as violet, blue, and green are thought to have calming effects. They can help you relax. You can use violet and blue to relieve headaches and heal wounds. They can also help you get a good night's sleep. Try calligraphy in your daily life. You can decorate your room with a certain color, wear clothes that have your favorite color, or eat some colored food. But don't focus on one color all the time. Just try different colors to see how you feel about them. Thank you.
Great. Nice job. Wonderful job. Okay, outstanding. Next, we have some HDMI connection issues. Okay, you may be wondering why there are text on the slides and not done by memory. Well, we're trying to teach our students how to present the topics that they actually have learned. So it would be kind of like giving a lecture to the students. So as the professors often use slides with information, the slides have written information so that you can read along and take home some new bits of knowledge. Okay, next we have Kelly Lee. She is 5th grade student from Hungdo Elementary School. She's going to come and talk to us about sound.
Today, I'm going to talk about sound. First, I'll talk about how we hear sound. When you hit something, the air molecules around it start to shake. These vibrating molecules shake the other molecules nearby. The vibration is passed on like a wave. When it reaches your ear, it causes tiny hairs inside to shake too. The nerves under the hairs sense this and send a message to your brain. Your brain reads this message as sound. In order to travel, sound needs a medium. This medium can be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. This is why we cannot hear sound in outer space where there is no air. Next, I want to talk about the noisy world under the ocean. The sea may seem peaceful and quiet. However, this silent-looking world under the sea is actually not silent. This is because of all the noise that humans make. They sail boats across the sea and play water sports by the beach. People drill deep into the seafloor looking for oil and gas. Some people even use a special equipment that produces sound waves to find fish and other things underwater. Like humans, sea animals need to communicate with one another to find food, mates, and their way around. But man-made noises disturb their signals. The noises cause sea animals to get lost and be unable to hear their prey coming or their mates calling. Some become injured or end up dying because their signals get confused. Underwater noise pollution cannot be seen, but it's obvious that we're harming ocean life. We must reduce noise pollution as soon as possible. Next, I want to tell you about unique music made with unusual instrument. There's a music group called Stump. They perform a unique combination of percussion, dancing, and visual comedy. They jump around the stage and create rhythms by beating or stepping on everyday things. Let's listen to them. As you can see, anything can turn into a percussion instrument as long as it makes a sound. All you need is your imagination. There is another group called the Vegetable Orchestra. They make all kinds of instruments with vegetables. They make flutes with carrots, and they hit pumpkins like drums. These instruments create different notes, and together they produce beautiful harmonies. Let's listen to them. Because the instruments only last for one day, the performers make new ones for each performance. So, you don't need to buy expensive instruments to make music. Just take a look around your house. You can make your own instruments out of an everyday object and create your own unique music. Thank you.
Nice job. Very good. Okay. Next student is from Sangwon Elementary School. He is 5th grade, and his name is Jacob Kim, and he's going to talk to us today about salt.
Today, I'm going to talk about salt. I will start with the history of salt. During the Stone Age, people ate lots of red meat. Because red meat is naturally rich in salt, people didn't need to find salt elsewhere. However, as farming became popular and people ate more wheat and rice, they had less salt in their diets. So, people had to search for other ways to get salt. Around 6000 BC, the Chinese began to collect salt from lakes to flavor their food. Around 4500 BC, people in Central Asia mined rock salt underground. Around 3000 BC, the Egyptians began to collect salt from evaporated seawater. By 800 BC, the Chinese were producing salt by boiling seawater. Because this process took a long time, salt was very valuable. In fact, it was even used as money. Salt is now very cheap to buy, but it remains an important part of the human diet. Next, I'll talk about our bodies and salt. Adding a little salt to food can bring out the food's nature flavor. It can also be used to preserve food. Not only salt improves our diets, it is essential to our health. Our muscles need it to move. Our hearts need it to beat. Even the brain and nerves need salt to communicate and function properly. If we do not get enough salt, systems in our bodies do not work well. We might get tired and our thinking might slow down. Our muscles might get sore, or we might even get headache. However, too much salt can harm our bodies. Scientists say that too much salt can cause high blood pressure. This is dangerous because it can lead to heart problems. Salt is an important mineral that our bodies need. However, it is wise to pay attention to the amounts of salt in your diets if you care about your health. Lastly, I'll talk about Salar de Uyuni. Salar de Uyuni is located in southwest Bolivia. It is the largest salt flat in the world. At over 12,000 square kilometers, it looks endless. When it rains, the area is covered with a thin layer of water. This water acts as a huge mirror for the sky. The area also lets people take fun pictures. For example, this photo looks as if a giant is about to eat tiny human. This photo looks as if a dinosaur is chasing a group of humans. Why do these pictures look real? Well, there are no objects to give perspective. Normally, when we see something, we have a way to tell distance and size. Our brains compare things to other nearby objects. However, on the Uyuni Salt Flat, there is almost nothing to compare things with, so it is hard to judge the distance between objects. Salar de Uyuni gives tourists an opportunity to enjoy nature's wonders and have fun at the same time. So, before you go, look up some fun photo ideas. Thank you.
Great job. Okay, good job. All right, next we have the 6th graders. First on the list is Rosa Choi, or Rosa Che. She is a 6th grader at Olin Elementary School. She's going to come up and talk to us about sugar.
Today, I'm going to talk about sugar. First, I will talk about the history of sugar. Historically, sugarcane was not very important. It was simply a plant which people chewed to enjoy its sweetness. That changed when a method was developed in India for turning sugarcane juice into sugar crystals. In this form, sugar could be stored, carried, and sold around the world. In the 11th century, sugar was introduced to Western Europe by crusaders who encountered it in Asia. The center of sugarcane production later moved from Asia to the Americas following the arrival of European colonies. Sugarcane grew very well in the hot, humid environment of Caribbean islands. Sugarcane plants started to be cultivated on large plantations. Before the 18th century, sugar was too expensive for most people to buy. In fact, it was sometimes called white gold. However, around this time, it became possible to mass-produce sugar. As a result, the price dropped. As more and more people developed a taste for sugar, demand for the product greatly increased. The sugar economy boomed, starting a period of major social change. Running a sugarcane plantation required a lot of workers. Plantation owners wanted the cheapest possible source of labor. Sadly, the slave trade grew bigger throughout the 16th, 17th, and 18th century as sugar became more popular. During the 18th century, almost 1 million people were taken from Africa to work on sugarcane plantation. People from East India and other parts of Asia were also brought to the Americas to work on sugarcane plantation.